We got to go to the phone right now because our friend and yours, Mark from Funko, is here. Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you, sir? Mark is the marketing director for Funko. I got to talk to him out at San Diego Comic-Con. We have a lot of mutual friends who were trying to ruin our relationship by telling Mark, don't talk to Erik.
Oh, that's terrible.
Why would you do that?
Because Roland is a jerk.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough.
Well, that's rolling.
But everything worked out good. Mark has been very kind with his time and his product, if you will. He hooked up our friend Brian Johnson, who was here for the morning show.
Oh, right, yeah.
For his daughter, and she loved everything, by the way, Mark. I just wanted to pass that along to you. Mark's here for some big news that just happened today. So let's get right into it, Mark. What's going on?
Well, we announced that we are going to be selling the first ever Star Wars subscription box. It's the only Star Wars subscription box, so the official Star Wars box. So now you can pay $25 every other month and get a box full of Star Wars goodies produced by us at Funko and Star Wars directly to your door. So we're pretty excited about that. I don't know, there's this movie coming out this fall or this winter you guys might know about. So
I heard something about that.
Is it called Turbo Kid?
I think it's the sequel to that.
Star Kid.
Oh.
The Last Starfighter.
We're really excited. I think it's obviously going to be a huge movie, and so if you're into Star Wars and you're a fan, and especially if you like Funko and you like Pop, it's going to be the subscription box you need to have this year.
Now, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Is everything in the box only Funko Pop, or there's a whole bunch of other stuff?
There's a whole bunch of other stuff. We're going to have apparel and collectibles and accessories. There'll be a lot of stuff kind of curated by us, but it'll all be Star Wars. And obviously there'll be a good heaping portion of Funko stuff inside.
I getting away from the Star Wars box, but in relation to Star Wars, very quickly, I want to give Funko some big kudos for how the company
props, Matt.
props.
The kids call them props.
They call them props. I call them kudos for how you guys handled Force Friday, because I feel like my Force Friday experience was not a great one with some other companies' products, but I was able to get everything Funko that I wanted, and I loved it greatly. It made my night that much better. So thank you for that.
Oh, I'm glad it worked out well. We tried to get stuff to as many stores as we could. Which of the Pops did you end up picking up?
I grabbed a Kylo Ren, a BB-8, because I'm a huge Astromech droid collector, and I grabbed a Trooper and a Poe Dameron. So,
all right, Matt. See, I know you don't want to name names, but I'm going to say I went to several Toys R Us, and they were sold out, and all I got was a Poe. And I'm happy to get the Poe, but I kind of wanted some of the other ones.
Yeah, no, my Toys R Us, the one that I went to at midnight, I got the 4 that I wanted.
Yeah, I went 11 o'clock the next day.
Well, that's your fault.
I couldn't be bothered.
Nope, I was there at midnight. Gosh darn it.
I hit up a Target and managed to grab Captain Phasma, so I was pretty happy with that.
Nice.
I'm amazed that he has to go out and buy his own product.
There are none. There are none here in the building. That's how much demand there is that they didn't even come in here for samples. They came in one door and went out the other at all the stores.
The big corporate memo. Dear Funko employees, there are none Star Wars. Find a store.
Dear
Love
Funko employees, stores open at midnight. Yeah. See you there.
Good luck, and may the Force be with you.
We care about you, but not that much.
Parentheses/sarcasm.
Yeah.
So, getting back to the Smugglers Bounty box, because that's the reason why you called in tonight.
There's two different subscriptions that I want to talk about here. One is the monthly one. Now, the boxes don't go out until November, so even if you sign up now, you're not going to see anything until November. But you have the monthly one here. Tell us what's in the monthly box.
They're actually the same boxes, so it's just a different way to pay. There's a monthly and annually, and so monthly, whichever way you pay, you're going to get the same stuff inside. It's just that if you do the annual box, you're going to get a reward, like a secret Star Wars reward, after your first year in the program. So it's kind of like, hey, do you want to commit to a year up front? And if you do, we'll reward you with a little special something once you've completed the first year.
Well, let's give the prices out before we go even further into the details of these things. For the year, it's $150, which isn't that bad. But you get 6 boxes because it's not every month, it's every other month.
That's right.
Because there's a lot of stuff going into there. And then for the monthly subscription, it's $25. So
That's right.
if you're really a diehard Star Wars fan and you want that, everybody's going to want this, but if you want that little extra that the monthly people don't have and that you can, look down at them when you're at Comic-Con, when you go by the Funko booth, oh, I have the yearly thing. You didn't get the 1 year thing? Oh, I'm sorry. You're not as good as I am. Get the $150 subscription. It is worth it.
Well, that's right, and the thing that we put out for the year is going to be exclusive, and you know how this stuff is. People love the exclusive items, and there'll be no other way to get it. Goes up in value, even if you don't love it. You've got something that nobody else has.
People fight for this stuff.
They do. We have near riots, as you saw at SDCC.
Right, and one was almost caused by me because on preview night, Wednesday, you opened up at 6 and you were done by 6:30, right as I walked over, and I couldn't start screaming more F words at you people.
We hear them all.
So I see that people have until November to actually sign up for the boxes, right? But are they limited? Like, is there a limited number of boxes? Like, so if you don't sign up, if you wait until November, you might miss out?
10 boxes a month.
No, you won't. We won't miss out if you sign up by November. So we've got enough that if anybody who signs up by November 12th, they'll be able to get one. I think the question is, if you wait till after, will you be able to get them? And, with our Marvel box, there have been some left over, and you can play that game. Maybe we'll have some left over.
Right, it's a gamble.
You can pick it up at a con like we were doing in San Diego, but we don't guarantee that. It just kind of depends on how it works out.
I just want to point out at the Funko, I'll call it pavilion because it was a pavilion. At the Funko display there at San Diego, you had the store which had all the exclusive toys, but across the aisle, right next to them, this huge Iron Man, sorry, not the Iron Man, the Hulkbuster. Funko statue there, and with that display was just the subscription boxes. You couldn't get near Avengers. It was constantly out, but there was a lot of Ant-Man. I'm just saying, you got to pick and choose which battles you're going to fight for here. If you want Star Wars, chances are it's not going to be in supply like Ant-Man was.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of a game that you can play. If you want to wait and see if we'll have some left, you certainly can. But yeah, the Avengers, we flew through those. But by the way, we'll be at New York Comic-Con in a couple of weeks here. We'll be selling Avengers boxes, and Ant-Man and Secret Wars was the latest one. We'll have a Star Wars booth too, so you can come see that Hulkbuster in New York in just a few short weeks.
I will be there.
I will be there too. We'll have Mark back on the show. And then we will go shopping.
So people have, nice. So people have until November 12th to sign up for those boxes. I just want to make sure that date is out there because I don't want people to gamble. I don't want people to feel like they've waited too long and then miss out. So I'm saying go now. Just sign up. Make yourself happy.
I'm already signing up.
I'm doing it during the next break.
I think the 150
I see Erik
is
doing
totally
it on his
worth
phone.
it. All right, now, damn it, Bank of America, process. What I find amazing that you can, like what Matt said, it's like how many subscriptions are available, because a lot of the times when, like, say, other collection boxes like Loot Crate, right? They were at San Diego Comic-Con, and they had specialty boxes only available at the con, and they were only selling a certain amount per day, but then they actually sold everything. So there was a certain limit of what they actually made, and they're numbered too. Are these ones numbered? Like, is it getting a higher box better than the lower box? What?
No, we don't have anything quite that fancy just yet. We're just starting these boxes out, so we're making them widely available. But I do like that they do that. I think it's a cool program, and that might be something we could do in the future. But right now, we just want as many people as possible. If you want to sign up for it, we're going to let you sign up for it.
Well,
so it's only limited once you get past the 12th.
It's great that you guys have the resources to do that, because the other point I was going to make is that even though they try to do these special projects, there's only we can only do 10,000 subscriptions, and if you don't get it, then you're out. I'm sorry, but you're saying that if you can subscribe up to when the boxes come out in November, everybody's going to be taken care of.
Yeah, we've got enough. Nobody will miss out if they make it by the date.
Are you making forts out of these boxes? What's the warehouse look like?
The warehouse looks like the Raiders of the Lost Ark warehouse. That's what it looks like.
You should just put something that has nothing to do with Star Wars in one box and see if somebody tweets it out. It's like, why is there a bottle opener in here? I don't know. It says Pilsner on it for some beer. It's all faded.
Mark, can I ask you a question not related to the Star Wars box, but certainly Funko related?
Of course, anything.
Collectible boxes or collector cases. Are you guys actually putting out some sort of official protective cases or boxes now? I thought I had seen something online.
Oh, I hope you are.
Yeah, we do. They're called pop protectors, and they're little kind of, I don't know what the material is, but, looks like, plexiglass or something that your pop fits perfectly inside of.
It's made out of diamond. Blood diamond.
Right here, I've got my Conan O'Brien from SDCC tucked safely.
All right, I'm hanging up on Mark because I tried to get those, and you can only get them if you went to the show. How did you get it?
He works there.
I might have, had inside. Somebody here might have slipped one under the door.
So, are those boxes available now, or are they coming soon?
No, they're available now. You can find those online at a variety of different retailers. But yeah, we're going to make them more and more widely available because we have had people, they're the inbox collectors who want to make sure that stays pristine and mint on card, as it were. Definitely want something to keep their pops nice and safe. I'm an out-of-box guy typically, but with Conan, I decided I'd lock him up like Fort Knox.
Well, for me, I'm an out-of-box guy too. So my pop collection is currently all on display, except that I have one or two that are now signed.
Yep.
So those ones I want to be able to protect and keep nice. That's like something special. So that's what I'm thinking of.
Who do you have?
Yeah, well, who do you have signed?
I have Orphan Black. I have Tatiana Maslany.
Okay.
And
that's a good one.
Nice.
I have another one. Who do I can't think of the other one. I have another one signed.
Was it one I gave you?
It was another one that you got for me. I just don't remember what it is. And I have like 3 or 4 lined up for like different events. So.
Well, the one I'm most proud of that I have signed, I had 2 of them signed. One was for me, and the other one was to give away on the show. But then it was quickly claimed by one comedian named Robert Kelly.
Yeah.
He took Daredevil signed.
Not Daredevil.
I'm not Daredevil. Sorry,
Deadpool.
Deadpool signed by Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes. That photo's up on my Instagram, and you can see me sadly handing it to Robert. But that's there. So, yeah, I would definitely love to get those cases. By the way, I only just recently found out that there's little stages for those Funko things that I've been throwing away.
No, not all of them come with stands. Only certain ones come with stands.
All right. Well, I didn't even bother to look if it did come because some of the ones I was throwing the boxes out, and I'm like, oh my God, this probably had a stand, and I didn't even realize it.
Eric is ravenous when toys come.
It's Christmas every day in my house.
It's like a wood chipper.
One of the other things with at least with the San Diego mob scene around Funko for all the product and stuff, they started doing these limited edition Funko T-shirts.
I love those.
That come in almost like they're shaped like a vinyl record.
Yeah, but it's like a mock Funko box almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
How are those doing?
They're doing great. I mean, we started selling those at the cons and at Hot Topic first, but I think they're scheduled to start going into some other retail stores soon. But they're doing great, and those are actually the T-shirts that we put into these collector boxes. So they're called Pop Tees. And all of the T-shirts that we do then in the Marvel box and in the Star Wars box are actually the Pop Tees. So we don't source our T-shirts from like other places. You can't find the T-shirts at Target or whatever. Like they're our T-shirts. So which is another reason I think our box is a little more special because not only are we curating it, but we're actually making a lot of the stuff inside of it. So I think they're great T-shirts.
See, here's the problem with making everything so special. You never want to take anything out of the box. So you just look like you opened up your own Funko stand in your house, and it's like everything's in pristine mint condition because I can't get rid of anything.
Nah, take them out. Let them breathe.
I knew my house was going to have a problem when my wife started wanting Funko because I'm the toy collector in the house, and I have more than enough for my house. I have more than enough my personal collection for me, my wife, and my child. But now my wife, like, she has all the Harry Potter ones, and and so now they're just everywhere in my house. So you've taken over my family, Mark.
Well, hey, I have the same issue. Kara and I are fighting for shelf space constantly.
Say hi to her, by the way.
I will.
I won't give out her last name or anything, but she used to work here many moons ago. So it's a small world when you come down to it about who knows who and what.
Sure.
It is, definitely.
I want to point everybody to smugglersbounty.com. Subscribe to the brand new Star Wars Smugglers Bounty box that officially Funko is putting out here with all kinds of great stuff. It's every other month. It's not every single month like most subscription boxes here, but it's definitely worth it. You can do the monthly at $25, or you can do the yearly, which is 6 boxes for the year subscription, plus some really cool stuff on the anniversary of your subscription for $150.
Mark, quickly, with New York Comic Con coming up, 2 questions for you. First, regarding Smugglers Bounty, will people be able to sign up at your booth at the con for the box if they don't want to do it online for some reason? Like, will you have the ability for them to do that right at the pavilion, as Erik likes to call it?
Yes, we will.
Excellent. And what is your New York Comic Con exclusive?
We have around 30 New York Comic Con exclusives at the Funko booth. We have not announced those yet. I think we're looking at announcing those over the next couple of weeks. So if you look at Funko.com, you'll see everything that we're going to have. But I mean, like I said, there are more than 24 exclusives that we'll be selling at our booth. There's some cool stuff up there from Game of Thrones and Marvel and Star Wars that we're going to have some really great exclusives that people are going to want to line up for.
I'm not hearing Doctor Who
or Rick and Morty.
I think that Rick and Morty, I don't think so. I think there is a Doctor Who exclusive for NYCC. I'm positive there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I need $150 for the Star Wars subscription box, and then I need another $150 for the exclusives at New York Comic Con.
Exactly.
Will you be handling your some of your New York Comic Con exclusives the same way you did with San Diego in regards to making
by shutting down in half an hour?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
in regards to making some of them available at various retailers if you're not at the convention, because like I know you could get stuff through like Hot Topic, Barnes and Noble.
We got the Harry Potter one
Books
through
A Million,
Hot Topic, right?
Yes. Some of them are shared. Not all of them. Some of them are shared. I don't have a list right in front of me, but a couple of them will be available at the same thing, Hot Topic and and Amazon, I think, and a few other outlets like that where you'll be able to buy them. Usually, I think it's timed so that right after NYCC, they get their stock, and so if you weren't able to make it to NYCC, you can grab some of the limited quantities there.
Yeah, because I'm an Arrow collector. And I wasn't at San Diego, so I was online feverishly at like 4 or 5 different online retailers scooping up stuff
nice.
to complete my collection.
Not just online. Matt had people on the floor.
I had people everywhere.
He gave me a list. I said, "Okay, Matt, I'm going over to Funko. Don't worry about it. I had 3 other people pick up everything." What are you talking about? Oh, I had multiple hands on the floor. I couldn't just trust you.
Yeah, you have to at San Diego. It's a boots on the ground operation.
Well, apparently in NYCC, they're going to be doing a ticketing system where you're actually going to go and get a ticket to then line up for our booth. So they're organized.
This is what happened with Hasbro in San Diego. This is where the fights broke out.
All right, and now here's my problem. Now I have a booth.
Steel-toe boots.
Yeah, I have a booth at New York Comic Con, so I never get out to get on the ticket lines. I'm going to get screwed again.
No, you're not. You're going to go, Kevin, sit down. I'll be back in an hour.
Or you could just give your friend Mark at Funko a call or swing by the booth, and I'm sure we'll be able to figure something out for a nice guy like yourself.
Oh, you're the bee's knees, Mark.
Like how you worked it there, Matt. Let me ask you, outside of the Star Wars stuff, which is a big ordeal and coming out for the holidays, but are there any holiday stuff that you're putting out?
I think we've already announced a holiday dancing Groot. I'm pretty sure that's already out there. So there is that one particular figure that's holiday themed. And then I would be shocked if there weren't some holiday things included in our December Marvel box. We haven't announced what that theme is, but I think there'll definitely be some holiday stuff in the box.
Yay.
Okay, good. Because I'm always fascinated by the different editions that they do for pop vinyl, where they'll have like Harry Potter, but then they had the San Diego Comic Con Collector's Edition, where something was
sort of Gryffindor Harry Potter.
Yes, like that. Something is different with the figure, or they're painted different, or what have you. The one piece that I really pride myself on that sits at home, and whenever people come over and they're like, "Why don't you take it out of the box?" and I tell them to leave my house, is that the version of Jaws that you guys put out.
Oh yeah.
The reaction figure.
Yes, the reaction's a whole other line for people who don't know, different from the pop vinyl that excuse me, that Funko puts out. But they put out the shark, and then they put out the figures from Jaws. But this one had Jaws eating Quint, covered in blood, and he's stabbing it with some kind of like knife right into the gills there. And the box is painted, the figures are painted, and I'm like, this is just going to be on my mantle till time ends.
Yeah, that is a great exclusive. That was definitely one of the most popular things we had at SDCC, and it's a fun process trying to figure out like what all the different variants are going to be. Because, like you said, sometimes it's just a simple paint change, sometimes it's an accessory, or sometimes it's an entire costume. Oh. There's a ton of Star Wars exclusives already that are out there in different stores where it's this person unmasked, or it's this person with a different paint scheme, like a chrome C-3PO or whatever. It's always really cool to kind of come up with that stuff and then see them out in the marketplace.
Well, again, I'm an Arrow collector, and I think you've got to have like 7 different Arrow figures out now.
We do. You mean like the Arrow TV show?
Yeah, I'm a huge Green Arrow collector, so you guys are just killing me with all the Arrow and Green Arrow stuff you're putting out. But I think Pop Vinyls, there's got to be like 7, right, of just Oliver or just Arrow?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I think there's a Wave 2 coming pretty soon, and I know we bowed down to the Team Felicity group, who demanded that we do a Felicity smoke pop, so she's coming.
I'm super excited about the Felicity figure. I'm not going to lie.
I'm just going to say this. The way Matt's acting right now, his kid is going to have a really sad Christmas because all that money is going right to Funko.
My kid has an epic Christmas every year.
Daddy keeps buying all these toys that he wants.
One for me, one for you.
You can play with the empty boxes.
One, 2 for you. The old Looney Tunes.
So much great stuff here with Funko to look forward to. The Star Wars box is the one that we're focusing on right now. The Smugglers Bounty, to be more specific. SmugglersBounty.com. Go there, sign up now. If you're a big Star Wars fan, you definitely need to have this in your life. If you can do the monthly subscription, great. If you have the means to do the yearly subscription, I highly recommend that you do so because there's some added bonuses to that. Mikey Piff just walked in from SiriusXM Hits 1. Mikey, you a big Funko fan?
I don't get a lot of the figures because I literally, if I did, I would have no room for anything else.
See, that's not the thing Funko wants to hear.
No, I do have some of them. I have some.
They want to hear the fact that it's like, I don't even have a bed because I have so many Funko figures in my
Funko
room.
Boxes.
I'm drowning in Funko figures.
It's the opposite of Matt, who just sleeps with Funko toys and is like wrapped in them in their warmth.
I don't understand.
So you don't have anything?
I don't have a lot of toys only because I'm in a studio apartment in Manhattan, which is about probably like a 12 by 12, but when I say 12 by 12, it's like inches.
All I'm hearing is a lot of bullshit excuses here, Mikey.
That's I do enjoy. I do have some of the toys. I have I used to have the not Nerd Box, so the Loot Crate. So
right.
I have the General Zod figure,
right.
Superman, and some Walking Dead stuff.
Okay.
There you go.
We're gonna have to get Mikey a gift card to either to Toys R Us or to Hot Topic and have you go look. Hot Topic. No, it's not what it's not for teenage emo girls anymore.
No, Hot Topic is
it's for
Funko.
40-year-old men. There's a whole wall of the store dedicated just to Funko Pop.
That's a new one.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You want to search through everything and kind of not want to have that whole thing cave on top of you.
or your weekend is what you're saying. These are your weekends.
Okay, you're going a little too far into my life here, and I'm not appreciating that. Mark, we're going to let you go, but I just want to also commend you guys. You guys figured out the knack for what Matt and Kevin dubbed kitchen sink figures, which means like, say in the Batman toy lines, you'd have the first wave of all the original figures, and those would go away pretty quick, and then you'd get, excuse me, I'm dying, the second and third waves where Batman now has a snorkel and an oxygen tank because he's now underwater scuba diver Batman, and this one, shoots fire out of his eyes for some reason, and it's not the people that you want. You want the original ones or something that relates to the cartoon series, the comic book, or the movie. You guys have figured out how to take the same figure, make different variations, and make them exclusive to different stores, and people still want every single figure.
Yeah, that's true. It is kind of a technique, I guess, but I honestly think it's just we have such great artists here that they can make those figures look so damn good that people want them. I mean,
right.
if we go, okay, I want to do Ant-Man with his helmet on and his helmet off and a glow-in-the-dark Ant-Man, and they all look great, people want them. And the other aspect is we do a lot of characters that there isn't a lot of merch for otherwise. I mean, Batman's not a good example, but if you like...
I'll give you a good example. 16 candles. I saw Ducky, and I'm like, what?
Wow.
Where are you going to get that at? I mean, nowhere else, right? So
Funko.
If you have an obscure sort of interest in a movie like that, or sometimes it's your only option. If we can make multiple versions of that character, I think it makes those people pretty happy.
Well, that's why I want to commend you guys, because you guys have figured it out. You have high-quality product. People are have become obsessed with these things. And the fact that you can make so many different variations of characters and series that people absolutely love, and them not being sick of the fact that there's so many of those things.
Everyone
That's
is
the other
epic.
thing you guys outskirted, because sometimes you'd have the toy aisles flooded with a certain particular line of a Batman or maybe something from Marvel or Transformers is another one. There's tons of Transformers stuff, and I don't see anybody buying that crap. But you guys have put all this stuff out there, and everybody wants it. You rarely ever find the shelves of this stuff and like nobody's buying this stuff. Somebody is always going through the end caps, through the walls, through everything there online and buying every single piece that you put out.
I mean, again, partly I think it's just we've chosen some franchises that people like, and we've got good licenses.
Don't be
to work
humble.
with.
Let me kiss your ass here, Mark. That's what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, but it's also the price point. I think we have a pretty reasonable price
Right.
point. It's usually $10 or less, and so people can. Our CEO is fond of saying that we truly do have like a pop for everybody. I mean, if you like Duck Dynasty, I mean, okay, but we make a pop for that.
That's it.
We'll make it for you if you're gonna buy it.
And if you're more into Batman and Loki and all the traditional superheroes, obviously we've got that stuff. But we can go really deep into licenses that we work with, and we've just got a great art team that can make that stuff come to life, I guess.
I think I would like to suggest, I know it wouldn't be cost effective, but I don't care. This is my imagination. If we could maybe make a one-off run of the It's Erik Nagel show, because I'm tired of buying the blank ones and drawing myself into it.
Well, I can't promise anything there, Eric. So you might buy a few blanks and keep practicing.
Damn.
Good try,
I tried.
Good try.
All right. Mark, what else do we need to plug here for you?
I think you guys have covered it. I appreciate it. If you guys just make sure and come see us at NYCC. All your listeners are in the area, and you guys come swing by the booth and check us out in person. It's one thing to talk about it here, but you got to see some of these figures and see these boxes. And like I said, we've got 30 plus exclusives to sell, and we'll be there in town in a couple of weeks.
All right,
Awesome. I
we
can't
will be
wait.
there, and Mark, of course, we'll be doing our show from the floor of New York Comic Con, and we'd love to have you back on again.
I will be there. Hope no issues.
All right. By the way, I got a message from Justin Stengel. He's asking, is Winnie the Pooh available? Because he can only find it on eBay.
Is it available?
Yeah.
I think it is retired, meaning that it's not being made anymore.
Okay.
So that's why it's on eBay and not in stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, take that for what you will. If there's one laying around, maybe consider throwing it our way. But if not, we'll send them right back to eBay. All right. Thanks, Mark. We appreciate your time. We'll talk to you soon.
Not a problem. Thanks, guys.
All right, take care. So much great stuff coming out of Funko.
Love Funko.
Still
All
no
my money is
Zardoz.
going to this company.
Still no Zardoz.
When you make a thing like Ducky, do you have to get someone's permission?
Hold on a second. That was your time to speak up.
I was going to, but then he was just like, we went deep into the licenses. I was like, he's not going to say.
We talked about Zardoz last time.
I know. I don't want to be
But
that
keep
guy.
bringing it up because somewhere it's going to plant the kernel in their mind and go, what would be really ridiculous if we did Zardoz?
Just for giggles.
The one where guns are shooting out of his mouth.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone will want it. Just putting it out there.
But that's what I was going to ask. Can you just make something of anything, or do they need to license
Well,
it all?
I think because you're familiar. Are you familiar with what the Funko Pops are? It's really
I don't know
not.
any of the stuff.
It's really not a likeness issue with those. Like
Oh,
you
okay.
probably need the rights for the film to produce the characters, but I don't think you need
Oh,
you know what I
gotcha.
mean? Like
so
I
it's
don't.
pretty.
Yeah,
it's like a caricature.
It's kind
Yeah.
of generic. I don't think you would need anybody's actual
But they
likeness
seem to be
rights.
the one company that everybody is willing to throw their license at. Like they're saying, like any of the movie companies, they're saying, look, we have a whole catalog of these movies. They made Howard the Duck.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And that was because he had a brief little cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sure.
But they brought
Right.
that license up. Like I said, 16 candles. Who would think they'd want 16 candles? But they were there,
bizarre.
and everybody made it. And then they made Pretty in Pink as well.
Yep.
And so they've had the good fortune of everybody wanting to throw their license at this company and say, make our toys as well, because everybody's buying these things.
Nice.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, look, they stumbled on a formula and it works, and good for them.
I
And
feel like
good,
they- I
bad
feel
for me, but good for them.
Yeah, I feel like they stumbled upon the same formula that Pixar did, where they are getting the adults and the kids, and that's just like
Right.
the perfect storm of money.
You got me for Inside Out because I bought Angry because Lewis Black was coming in.
Yeah.
And then you
Oh,
you
yeah.
couldn't find Angry anywhere after that.
And they're durable.
They are
which is
adorable.
important.
Look at those.
Yeah.
The poison ivy is really cute. I can't
If
see
you
it
work,
anymore.
if you work a boring job in a cubicle somewhere, flood this with your desk, and then you're guaranteed to get an office
have
somewhere.
my
They're like,
desk-
get this off the floor.
My desk at my job, I have Lego and Funko on my desk. So.
Well done.
Well, of
Well
course.
done, sir.
I
I'd
have
like
to
to have it
represent
here.
everywhere.